Welcome to Curiox, where secrets of science come to light. Not all discoveries are shared immediately. Some are kept from the public for decades, for reasons ranging from national security to fear of panic. Today, we uncover 10 scientific truths that were hidden from humanity. Until now, documents show that by the 1950s, scientists knew smoking caused cancer and heart disease. Yet tobacco companies hid the evidence for decades, misleading the public. Internal memos reveal they deliberately suppressed studies while millions suffered. The truth was available, but intentionally buried. Research in the early 20th century proved that lead exposure caused severe cognitive damage in children. Industries producing paint and gasoline hid the results, continuing widespread use. Children's health suffered while adults profited, all because science was deliberately kept from the public eye. In 1950, the U.S. Navy secretly released clouds of bacteria over the city of San Francisco to study how a biological attack might spread. The experiment, known as Operation Sea Spray, was kept hidden from the public for decades. Thousands of civilians were unknowingly exposed, and soon after, hospitals reported unusual spikes in rare infections. At the time, the government claimed the bacteria were harmless, but later investigations raised serious ethical concerns. This operation revealed that large-scale human experimentation once occurred without public consent. Scientists knew as early as the 1920s that asbestos caused deadly lung diseases. Yet companies continued producing and using it, hiding the evidence. Workers exposed to asbestos suffered for decades while executives suppressed scientific findings to protect profits. In the 1970s, researchers discovered that CFCs were destroying the ozone layer, exposing Earth to harmful UV rays. Corporations delayed public warnings and tried to discredit the findings. The threat to our atmosphere was real, yet hidden until overwhelming evidence forced disclosure. For much of the 20th century, the public was taught that the human brain stops changing after childhood. However, scientists had early evidence showing that the brain could rewire itself even in adults. But this idea was quietly ignored because it challenged long-held beliefs in neuroscience. Decades later, brain imaging proved that learning, injury, and experience can physically reshape the brain at any age. For years, the public believed the brain was fixed when in reality, it was far more adaptable than anyone imagined. Thalidomide was prescribed in the 1950s to pregnant women for nausea. It caused severe birth defects, but pharmaceutical companies delayed reporting the risks. The truth about its dangers was hidden until thousands of children were affected. During the development of the atomic bomb, scientists knew radiation exposure was deadly. Reports were suppressed, and workers were not fully informed. The public learned about the risks years later, after declassified documents revealed the truth about radiation's danger. Scientists discovered in the 1960s that DDT pesticides were devastating bird populations, thinning eggshells and causing collapse of ecosystems. Chemical companies delayed publishing this research. The public was unaware of the ecological disaster unfolding during the Cold War. The Soviet Union conducted secret biological experiments on humans and animals, testing viruses and toxins. Details were classified, and the public was unaware for decades. The magnitude and ethical violations of these experiments shocked the world once, revealed some truths are hidden for decades, but eventually, science finds a way to reveal them. Which of these hidden discoveries shocked you the most? Do you think the public should always know? Or are some secrets justified? Share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Curiox to explore more mysteries.